Hello, everybody. Welcome to AEW Weekly Wrap Up. I'm your host, Ethan Black. Today, we're going to talk about some news that happened with some AEW wrestlers, and then talk about just Dynamite and give you a preview of tonight's Rampage and next week's shows, along with some Ring of Honor stuff. So we'll start with the news. So we'll start with Jon Moxley, who'll be competing at New Japan Pro Wrestling twice. He'll be at the Resurgence show on May 21st. His opponent, he'll be with fellow Blackpool Combo Club member Wheeler Yuta and Shota Umino to go against Chaos as never openweight six-man tag teams Kazuchika Okada Ishii, along with Rocky Romero. Then he'll be on Dominion on June 4th as him, Shota Umino, and a mid-partner to be determined will be challenging Okada, Ishii, and Tanahashi for the never openweight six-man tag team titles. Speaking of Resurgence, on May 21st, Will Nightingale, she'll be in a tournament to determine the first ever New Japan Strong Women's Champion, as she will face Stardom's Momo Kongo in the quarter semifinals, and the winner of that match will meet the winner of the Mercedes Moné Stephanie Falcrest match. And honestly, that mini tournament looks really good. And also, as you probably haven't heard, if you guys missed it, they're taking a break on Dark and Dark Elevation. Andrew Sarian reported that on his Madman podcast. It looks like they're either taking a hiatus or getting rid of forever to focus more on this Collision show. We're basically waiting for AEW officially confirmed, but that's all the news I got. So we're just going to go right into the AEW stuff. So we're just going to go to Dynamite. Actually, sorry, before we get to Dynamite, I'll talk about last week's Rampage real quick. So I think I won't talk about last week. I'll just run on the results of last week's Rampage show. And then so on last week's Rampage, we had Bullet Club Glow, J.Y. James Robinson, Ricky Star, Sean Spears, 9 minutes 50 seconds. Dustin Rhodes and Keith Lee, known as Naturally Limitless, defeat Brady Pierce and Charlie James 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Anna Jay defeat Ashley D and Boys 5 minutes and 43 seconds. And Trios Ashley Acclaim, Anthony Bones, Maskcaster, and Billy Gunn defeating Cameron Stewart, Dante Casanova, and Ryzen in 51 seconds. In the main event, Jay Lethal defeating AEW World Tag Team Cash Wheeler at 12 minutes and 18 seconds. So now we'll go to the down. I do apologize for the little mix up there. So we kick it off with some 8-man tag team action as International Champ Orange Cassidy, Bandito, Adam Cole, and Roderick Strong go against Jericho Priest Society's Matt Menard, Angel Parker, Jake Hager, and Daniel Garcia. So Roderick Strong and Garcia start the matchup. Strong keeping Garcia in his corner with shots for Adam Cole comes in and delivers a couple of stomps while shouting over to Chris Jericho because he was on commentary wearing a Britt Breaker black eye shirt. I'm not gonna get into that whole drama, that controversy. I'm just gonna stay out of it, to be honest with you. Anyway, back to the review. Cole stomps into Angel Parker before Bandito takes himself in. Bandito was in control before Matt Menard runs in to attack him as both teams have a standoff before getting into a big brawl. They start fighting in and out of the ring before Jake Hager and Orange Cassidy go out inside the ring. Cassidy hits a DDT, sending Hager to the outside. Cassidy tries to dive onto him, only to be caught into the ring post as Garcia hits him in the back with a knee. Bandito follows up with a dive to the outside. Cole starts going up the ramp to confront Jericho, but JF stops him. Inside the ring, Bandito puts on a delayed vertical suplex on Angel Parker, just for Menard to stop and get one himself. They try to double team by Bandito, but he takes them both out with a suplex before they go to pitcher-in-pitcher. When we come out for the pitcher-in-pitcher break, Garcia is in control, dancing around on the down Orange Cassidy for Hager takes and puts Cassidy in a bear hug. Cassidy fights up JS by hitting Menard with a stun Doug Millionaire for making a hot take to Roderick Strong. Strong starts taking all of JAS out, including angle slam to Hager for a 2 count. Cassidy takes himself in, but Garcia catches him, walks in a sharpshooter, and now incorporates with a kick. They all stack at each other until Cassidy hits beach break on Garcia that got a 2 count. Garcia starts chopping. Cassidy comes back with his lazy chops. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Bandito and Cassidy hit in stereo dives to the outside where Cole and Strong start double team Parker, and then Parker got hit with the boom from Adam Cole to get the win at 14 minutes and 19 seconds. Fun little 8-man tag opener. I just went 6 out of 10. After the match, Cole immediately runs to the commentary table and spears Jericho for the stage equipment before security comes in and breaks it apart. Then we come back from break. We see Renee. I'm sorry, this wasn't after break. I do apologize. Getting ahead of myself here. Backstage, Renee Paquette is with Darby Allin and Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Asks them how they're feeling about teaming up in the main event. Perry says they might not like each other, but they have a couple of things in common, like busting their asses together. They're both almost our main event at pay-per-view, which is true. Darby says he or Perry will walk up with the AEW World to a double or nothing. And tonight it's showtime. Then we come back from commercial break. We see security still trying to keep Cole and Jericho apart. Security escorts Cole out of the building as Britt Baker comes in and slaps Jericho and calling him, okay, PG, a B word Jericho. I actually did kind of like that name, but on this show, I'm going to keep PG. But you got the gist what she called them. Then we go somewhere else in the arena. We see Bible Comic Club. Brenda Nielsen brings up Bret Hart's catchphrase, says how egotistical that sound as he's better than that legend ever was, and any wrestler has come before him. Calls him the best wrestler in the world today. And if it's not him, it's the rest of the Blackpool Combat Club. Dale says he hopes where Yuta will be a better wrestler than him, as he want people to be better than him, and AEW to be the best company ever. John Moxley says their blades are sharpen each other, and says the Elite should thank them, and that they aren't bullies. Moxley brings the cage match next week against Omega on Dynamite, and that hits different. Moxley says they have a lot of tools, weapons, and a new version. He can't wait to show Omega, and he'll find out what 2023 Omega is really about, and will leave hell of a mark on him to close that statement. Then we go to our second match of the show. Saraya goes well with Will Nightingale. Match starts with Saraya goes outside, and she says she's ready away from Nightingale, as the other members of Outcast, Ruby Soul, and Tony Storm get in front of her by blocking her. Saraya attacks Nightingale as soon as she gets in the ring, but Nightingale takes over right away by hitting a dropkick off the middle rope for a 2 count. Widow keeps Saraya in the corner with shots before Storm grabs her leg, giving Saraya the hit her with a kick. Then tag on the ropes with some knee strikes. Saraya takes Will to the outside, then she tracks the referee as Soho and Storm start attacking Nightingale as we go to pitcher in pitcher. Then we come back from pitcher in pitcher. Will almost gets a win a roll up, but Saraya comes back, hit a nightcap for a 2 count, but Will comes out with a Death Valley driver. But Storm gets on the apron, tracking the referee. Ruby gets on the apron, but Nightingale ties her inside the ring and takes her out with a pounce. Then she knocks on Tony Storm. Saraya takes control and hits the goodnight for the win at 6 minutes and 39 seconds. Typical Outcast match. Oh, too much interference. Honestly, I didn't like this match. I just want 4 out of 10. Then after the match, the Outcast kicks tag of Will Nightingale to the returning Hikaru Shida, makes her return and comes to the ring with a kendo stick, but she drops and hooks the Outcast, seemingly teasing that she joined them. Shida takes a spray paint but to use it on Willow, but we see women's champion Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker show up from behind. Shida says spray paints right in the face, and then they start attacking the Outcast with kendo sticks. Shida takes the spray paint and spells AEW on the Outcast to close that segment. And then we go to a video package from the Trios Chamber House of Black. They toss the Trios thoughts on the floor and said they are tainted. They said welcome to the open house and challenges any 3 competitors. Yes, you had to get 3 members to make a trio. And the catches, there are 20-second countouts, no rope escapes, and forced DQs. I think they said it was optional. I'm not 100% sure on that. And the dealer's choice as part of their house rules. And then Julia Hart ends up by welcome to the open house. That won't be too bad, actually. Wish they were on TV a lot more, but can't complain. Then we go to our trays. The Mayo 6 Trios Battle Royal. Since 6 Trios are Dark Order, Evil Uno, Johnson, Alex Reynolds, QTV, QT Marshall, Aaron Phillip, Powerhouse Hobbs, Varsity Athletes, Tony Nese, Josh Woods, Ari Daivari, the Ring of Honor World Tag Champions, Lucha Bros, Pentagon Jr., Ray Phoenix, Tua El Hijo de Vikingo, The Acclaim, Anthony Bones, Max Caster, and Billy Gunn, and the Butcher, the Blade, and Kip Sabian. So Anthony Bones, Pentagon, Scissor before they got attacked. Evil Uno tosses Ari Daivari over the top, eliminating him. And by the way, it has to be all 3 members of the trio to be eliminated, not where WWE they used to do where 1 member of the team was out, the whole team was out. So even Uno tosses Ari Daivari to eliminate him before Uno gets eliminated by QT Marshall and Aaron Solo. Tony Nese gets on the apron by Pentagon Jr., but Ray Phoenix walks the ropes and kicks Nese off the apron to eliminate him. And then Josh Woods got eliminated by Vikingo with the Hurricane Ross of Varsity Athletes is the first team eliminated. QT Marshall and Aaron Solo double team Alex Reynolds before eliminating him. Lucha Bros tossed them over the top rope. Lucha Bros tried double team Powerhouse Hobbs, but QT and Solo hold their feet, and Hobbs eliminates both over the top rope. Hobbs catches Vikingo, throws him over the top, eliminating the Lucha Bros Vikingo next. The Acclaim start double team Hobbs, sends him over the top, eliminating him as well. So QTV is the 3rd trio eliminated. Max Caster was on the middle. Looked like he was going to go for either Mydra or try to jump through the scissor, but the Butcher eliminated him as he was trying. And then Butcher and Blade start mocking them by scissoring each other. John Silver goes over the Butcher before the Blade eliminates Silver, so Dark Order was eliminated. So we came down to Anthony Bowens and Billy Gunn against Butcher, Blade, and Kip Sabian. Bowens tossed Blade over the top before going to save Gunn from elimination, as we're down to the final 4. And then Gunn tells the Butcher. Bowens eliminates Sabian for the win at 9 minutes and 26 seconds. Not a bad battle royal. I say 5 out of 10. I kind of wish they had someone like a shot at the trios titles or something like that, but they never said that at all. Then we go backstage. Renee is with Sammy Guevara, and she asks how he feels after last week when AEW World Champ interrupts, and Sammy stops him. He says he watched back last week and said there's nobody in the car. MJF starts pretending to cry, says he had chronic back pain and needed to lie down. MJF says Guevara deserves better as Guevara forgives him and kisses him on the forehead. MJF says he's emotionally drained and stops short of saying Guevara went down like a little B word before saying they had the matchup music for their main event match. Then we go back somewhere else backstage. We see Kenny Omega and Don Callis, where Omega tells us this brand new version of John Moxley. Callis says Moxley has a plan for being a new one and shows his guard where Moxley tagged him a couple weeks ago. He had to get 23 stitches. As a result, and every day he remembers. Callis calls Moxley a sick, twisted, narcissistic sociopath, and we'll find out in Detroit when it comes all to an end when he faces against Omega inside Steel Cage. Omega says we all know Moxley can fight, and he might make Omega himself bleed. By the end of the day, everything comes to an end in Detroit. And what they do to Elite is personal, and it all ends next week. I imagine we'll probably get that Anarchy in the Arena announcement probably next week as well. I'm hoping. Then we go to our fourth match of the show, non-title match. TNT champ Wardlow goes against Logan LaRusse. Wardlow takes him down with a clothesline, 2 powerbombs, and then the crowd wanted one more, so Wardlow obliges, hits 3 powerbombs in total for the quick win at a minute 24. I just want to Austin does not need to be on the show. After the match, Wardlow asks for the mic, says he isn't done yet, calls out Christian Cage to come out and demands a TNT open challenge, tell him to bring out Luchasaurus. So they come out, and Christian says they could send Luchasaurus to the ring, but it won't happen here in Baltimore. Cage says the TNT title shot doesn't belong to Luchasaurus, but to himself. Then we see footage earlier today where Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal's son, and Saddam Singh are sending for Delaware to visit Mark Briscoe at his home, his chicken farm. They said they are here to help, as we see a montage of them doing farm work. Jarrett was about to sing With My Baby Tonight before we see the AEW debut of Papa Briscoe, who tells Mark to keep his eyes on the rest of the clowns. They don't even trust as Lethal, especially he called them in the overalls. Mark's like, which one? He said they made a singles match with Mark Briscoe on Rampage before Jarrett and Lethal make a challenge to FTR for the World Tag Titles at Double or Nothing. It's crazy how Jarrett came in the company in November, and literally this is his 4th AEW World Tag Team title match. I didn't actually see that statistic till earlier today on Twitter. And whoever I seen it from, I do apologize. I've seen it. I couldn't remember who the Twitter handler was. I do apologize, but they get all the credit. But honestly, even though as much as I didn't want Jarrett on my TV, I actually did. Like, this segment was pretty funny. I actually wouldn't mind they bring more of these out, but let's see if the tag title match will be confirmed. And technically, they do have a case because Lethal they both beat members of the FTR last week on Dynamite and Rampage, but we'll wait and see that's fully confirmed. Then we go to our 5th match of the show. Ricky Starks going with Bullet Club's Juice Robinson. This was supposed to take place a couple weeks ago, but we saw the debut of Jay White. So we find this match. So the match immediately starts to take it to the outside with Starks sends Juice into the barricade, but Juice comes back with an eye gouge. Rawson tries to leap over the barricade, but he got held back by Ricky. Juice stays in control, whips Starks into the steel steps and buys them on the floor. Then he goes slam on Starks on the steel steps, but Starks kind of like climbing up there and slams Juice off of them to the floor as we cut to a commercial break. When we come back from break, they're back inside with Starks takes Juice down with a lariat, full by DDT off the ropes for a 2 count. Starks falls up with a brainbuster, dives on top of Juice, got his knees up. Both men find the top rope. Juice hits a Hurricanrana, followed by a lariat for a 2 count. They go back and forth for a bit before Starks hits the spear and a Rambo show. There we go. Can't say that 10 times fast. For the win at 9 minutes and 15 seconds. Not a bad match. It's won 5 out of 10. Then after the match, Jay White immediately rushes the ring, starts attacking Ricky. Starks counters Blade Runner, try to hit the Rambo show, but Juice pulls them out as they escape to the floor. That's probably our double or nothing match. Ricky versus Jay. Then we go backstage. Excalibur runs on the matches for Rampage and Dynamite, but I'll talk about that at the end of this review. Backstage, we see Darby Allin, Jungle Boy Jack Perry get ready for the main event, but Darby leaves MJF in his room, tells Perry to betray Darby tonight, and wonders what to do for Perry. MJF says he loves Perry like a brother, and he isn't world champ material, as he offers him a spot next to the throne. Perry says he's looking for the crown. He will be the next Edward World Champ without being a piece of trash. Darby comes in and looks confused, asking what that was about. Perry tells him not to worry about, and he got this, but Darby says he got this. So we go to our main event now, the tag team match. AEW World Champ MJF and Sammy Guevara goes to Jungle Boy Jack Perry and Darby Allin. If Perry and Allin wins to get added to the World Title match in Double or Nothing. Excuse me. So Sammy Guevara and Jack Perry start the matchup. Perry takes control right away as Guevara goes for MJF for comfort. So MJF and Darby Allin tag in as MJF takes Allin down with back-to-back headlock takedowns, but Allin turns one into a pin, and then MJF goes to Sammy for comfort. So MJF and Guevara go to the outside, start discussing strategy in Char's ears. Jungle Boy tags in, and MJF starts complaining right away that Perry pulls his hair. MJF almost hits Guevara by accident, which gives Perry the advantage for a takeout to Darby as the referee distracted. While the referee tried, Sammy starts choking Darby out with his scarf. They go back and forth with this for a while before Darby turns the tables on them. Perry tries right on the outside, and then MJF and Guevara take control for we go to pitcher and pitcher. We come out from pitcher and pitcher break. Darby is trying to fight them up. Pitcher escapes, making a hot take to Jungle Boy Jack Perry. Perry fights Guevara and MJF, taking both multiple dives to the outside, but it's exhausted. Got exhausted at the last one. Darby hits one and set to Guevara. Followed by Perry hits Guevara with a tiger draw that only got a 2 count. Perry hits at the top, but MJF holds his leg, giving Guevara the chance to hit a Spanish fly for a 2 count. MJF takes and starts punching away at Perry for taking Guevara back in and tosses him to Perry just for Perry to get out of the way. Allen takes in, hits a Cobra on Guevara, tries on MJF, but MJF blocks into a power for a 2 count. Perry takes in, puts a snare trap on MJF, but Guevara backs up with a stomp. Guevara and MJF tease dives to the outside together, but MJF doesn't die with Guevara. Guevara tosses Perry inside the ring as MJF hits with a brainbuster for a 2 count. Guevara hits a senton, but MJF takes himself to go for the pinfall. Guevara gets upset as MJF does try to win. MJF hits the power on the knee of Perry, but Guevara takes it back in as they go back and forth bickering. MJF stops Guevara and tells him what to do, but Guevara takes him out with a super kick. Perry with the elbow to the back of Guevara's head, but he didn't realize Darby tagged himself in. Then he hits the coffin drop to score the victory at 15 minutes and 53 seconds. Also, this was a bad maybe. Honestly, it was pretty predictable, but I give this one 6 out of 10. So we're finally getting the 4 pillars 4-way match at Double or Nothing, and then Dynamite comes to close with the graphic on the Tron. Close at Dynamite. Overall, this week's Dynamite wasn't too bad. I probably overall score, I wouldn't go higher than 6 out of 10. But honestly, for the matches, I say just check out the opener, and I said the opening 8-man, Starks and Juice, and then the main event. That's the only 3 I recommend checking out. So tonight's Rampage, we have the firm deletion match. FTW Champion Hook, the Hardys, Matt and Jeff, and Isaiah Cassidy go against the firm Stokely Hathaway, Ethan Page, Big Bill, Lee Moriarty. Some trios actually with QT Marshall, Aaron Sol, and Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ring of Honor World Tag Champs Lucha Bros and El Hidro de Vikingo. Non-title match, TBS Champ Jay Cargill versus Gia Scott and Mark Briscoe versus Preston Fans. And as of right now, for matches confirmed Dynamite, Kenny Omega versus John Moxley inside Steel Cage, and Orange Cassidy defends the International Dan Garcia, and then Double or Nothing, MJF defends the World Title against Sammy Guevara, Jack Perry, and Darby Allin. And right now, we don't know if this is officially confirmed or not, but FTR will defend the World Title as Jarrett and Lethal. Going on that, so that was AEW Dynamite. Now I'll tell Ring of Honor episode 10 real quick. So we had 10 matches on the show. Opening match, a pure rules match. Rocky Romero defeating Lee Moriarty, 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Purple Ground match. Women's Champion, I think, defeat Angel at Risk, 5 minutes and 7 seconds. For the TV title, Samoa Joe defeating Chris Ortiz at 5 minutes and 53 seconds to retain the title. For the Ring of Honor World title, Claudio Castagnoli defeat Robbie Eagles, 8 minutes and 23 seconds to retain the title. It's a 10-man tag team match. We have Best Friends, Trent Barrett and Chuck Taylor to it. Action Andrade, Darius Martin, Dark Horse to Grayson. Defeating the Kingdom, that is Matt Taven, Mike Bennett, and the varsity athletes, Ari Daivari, Josh Woods, and Tony Nese, 6 minutes and 26 seconds. Preston Fans defeat Rich Adonis, 2 minutes and 21 seconds. Sky Blue defeat Robert Renegade, 4 minutes and 13 seconds. 6-man tag team, Brian Cage defeat Brock Anderson, 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Will Nigo defeating Steph DeLander, 3 minutes and 34 seconds. In the main event, Commander defeating Spanish Nose Projects in Helico, 6 minutes and 3 seconds. Overall, actually fun little episode. I give this one 6 out of 10. And matches I recommend checking out, / matches is the Pure Rules match, the TV title match, the Ring World title match, and Commander versus in Helico. That's the 4 I recommend checking out. And so far made for next week, episode 11. At the end, defends the Women's title against Sky Blue. But that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Ethan Black. I'll be back next Friday. Talk about all the stuff in AEW. Have a good weekend, guys, and stay safe.
Thanks for listening to the WWE Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on your favorite podcast app so you don't miss a show, or head to WWEpodcast.com. And for all of these shows ad-free, head over to patreon.com/WWE Podcast. Until then, we'll see you next time.